DJ Podcast. I'm Amber, and I got my co-host, Jess.
Hi.
Yeah. Woo. All right. So what are we talking about today, Jess?
Well, I think it'd be interesting to talk about the new volleyball rules.
What's the new volleyball rules?
So there's been a big rule change, and they have made a new double contact rule for the setters. So that means they can touch the ball twice, and it doesn't need to have a perfect rotation.
They can just do it more than once.
Yeah.
Isn't that the main point of volleyball?
To hit it once.
To hit once?
Yeah. But then so it said that each double contact call puts a stop to the game's flow, but whether or not the new rule is fully embraced, they don't see perfection settings.
So they're not sure if they're doing it?
No, I think that they're saying maybe it will make the game flow better. Hopefully.
I think it flows pretty well already. I don't think we should change it. There's people who work on this for years, and then they're just nope, you're wrong.
We're changing it.
We're doing
and then
we're doing something different now.
I'm probably saying this word wrong, so don't attack me. The Libros.
Libros?
So you know how in volleyball there's the one person on each side with the different color shirt?
Oh, yeah. One person. Yeah.
That's the name, I believe. I'm saying it wrong, probably.
It's okay. She's a little...
Yeah. So now you can have two of those.
You have two?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Uh-huh.
It's always that one person. It's just they always... I see the compilations of that one person just winning it for the team.
Because that's the person they usually set to.
Yeah.
And then that person. So now you can have two of those, I guess?
What's the point? Why don't you just make another, because you have a teammate? I don't get...
To make the game flow better, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
While we wait, do you guys know that platypuses are venomous?
That's a fact from Jess.
Yeah, there you go. And their legs,
fact.
But only male ones.
Jess's fact for the day.
There you go.
Okay. So apparently it says they can have small, snug-fitting nose rings and ear cuffs and been added to the jewelry they've worn during the match. That makes no sense, because the point of sports is not supposed to wear that stuff so then it doesn't get caught or pulled, and like for swimming I even have to put in a clear one if I had a nose ring or something.
But maybe because you're not really close contact people in volleyball.
Yeah, that's true.
Physical contact. But still, if
let's the volleyball people in watching this could get a little offended. Let's be careful.
It's not as I'm saying, it's not like basketball.
Yeah.
Where you're 1v1 someone really close to them.
It does say snug fitting, so I get that. I don't know. I still think it should.
It's weird that they ran and were okay, we're changing it now. It's
like my school rule right now. We have a school rule where we can wear hats, but we can't wear the brim right now. So
beanies?
We wear, that's it. But they say we wear hats, just no brim. Some of the teachers have literally told us that they'll cut down our they cut the hat, the rim, and I'm bro, what? No, because that's what it is. It's you basically can wear it, but you technically can't. You know what I mean? It's one acceptable. I don't know.
Weird.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't.
Oh, it says inference above the net is now challengeable by video review. All protests against referee decisions must now be resolved during the match, and this is in question.
See, that's smart.
So videos, you can go back and look at that.
Instead
That's smart.
Instead of refs just saying nope. They got the point. They're
don't they do that in other sports football and all that? Don't they have to check the
they check
playback?
They play it back for calls.
It says referees are now allowed to issue red cards to the home team in case where spectators get too close to the play area and home team does nothing to resolve the issue. So if people get down there and you ruined my kid. No way, you punched, you touched my kid. No way,
all the very intense parents.
I never had to experience that.
I have.
You had your parents just run down there?
No, not my parents. So my cousins like, he plays basketball, and when I went to one of his games, like, the ref was, like, really, really bad.
Yeah.
Like, not calling anything, not doing anything. And then, like, my uncle and a bunch of the other dads on my cousin's team were, like, getting, I'm like, yada, 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 yada. Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, no, I mean, I that's why I'm glad I'm doing swim, because I never had to deal with referees, never had to deal with this. I mean, unless you do diving, then you understand that sometimes they're a little cheap, depending. Because I'll see some dives, and I'm just like, wow, I can never do that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Then they'll get like a 5 or a 6, and I'm like, what? But I don't understand the scoring system with that.
So.
But look how close I am. That's almost the 3 months. My graduation. Isn't that crazy?
When's your graduation? What day?
Oh, we should talk about that. My graduation. So I have a timer for when I leave for the military, and when I leave for when I have graduation. So my graduation is in 4 months, 0 weeks, and 15 hours and 15 minutes, and now 2 seconds. But I leave for boot camp in 4 months, 25 days, 15 hours, and a lot of seconds. That's
a lot of seconds.
That's my fact for the day. That's something about. There you go. There's my Amber's fact for the day.
There you go.
There you go.
Did you hear about the MLB new like uniforms and how the pants are see-through?
What MLB? What is that?
Baseball.
Oh.
The pants are see-through. Yeah, those are their new uniforms.
No way.
Yep.
This doesn't look.
Yeah.
All right. So for the next segment, for the last bit of our podcast, we're going to read one Reddit story for today and see which one will be the best one we do. Okay. I have a potential supernatural stalker. I'm terrified.
Oh.
It started last Friday after an acting class. I had locked up everything after everyone had left, which I did exactly at 8 p.m. It doesn't take more than 30 minutes from making a log entry of closing time, which is required by acting school, to shutting and locking the door, and then not more than 45 seconds to get to the door of my car. How predictably, when I reached my car, the time was 8:23 p.m. I thought it was odd, thinking I must have mistaken the time when I locked up. So I went back to check the log and made sure I had left at 8 p.m. That meant that there was possibly 20 minutes were left that I couldn't account for, and that prospect was terrifying. I considered the possibility that I simply entered the wrong time in the log, and that there was actually no time jump, but there was actually a piece of physical evidence that contradicted that. In the gap between shutting and locking the doors and reaching my car at some point in those missing 20 minutes, I had cried. My eyes were being welled up and my cheeks were wet from tears. I had no recollection of shedding, but it was one moment and my eyes were dry, and the next moment, poof. Tears were in both eyes and my cheeks, in which I can deduce I shed those in the missing 20 minutes. Confused and scared, I went home not knowing what to do, lots of questions floating in my head. Was I losing my mind? Was I developing some kind of amnesia? I have never had any issue with my physical mental health. I'm a regular, healthy 21-year-old law student and an amateur actress, and I have never experienced any recent injuries or emotional trauma. So chalking up the innocent in a mental break didn't quite add up. Perhaps there was a rational explanation. Maybe I had indeed entered the wrong time and log, and I had forgotten the blink, resulting in tears, which I haven't felt due to being too distracted. The weekend passed without any more time jumps, so being the skeptic I am, I started believing that I merely an oversight on my part and nothing to do with the ordinary had happened. Out of the ordinary had happened. That was until last night. I had decided to go back to the acting class yesterday, and I locked up duty again. This time I made sure there was no errors. I double and triple checked the time before logging in. 7:54 p.m. I even took a screenshot of my home screen showing the time. Surely there wouldn't have been a real time jump, right? Wrong. Before I even got in my car, I felt a similar sensation on my face, and that instantly sent chills down my spine. Tears in my eyes and my cheeks, tears that I had no recollection of shedding, exactly like on Friday. Terror gripped my heart as I pulled out my phone and looked at the time. It was 8:08 p.m. 14 minutes had passed, and I had no idea how, and this time I had concrete evidence to prove that I wasn't because I had misread the time, so I left. So I knew there was something strange going on. Tears of fear mingled with my unexplained tears, and I buried my face. I drove home as fast as I could and planned 2 courses of action, booking the psychic appointment and going to the shop overlooking a car park to see if any CCTV footage of last night and potentially also Friday night. I went to request CCTV footage first, hoping I could figure out the footage, what had happened during the missing time. I walked into the shop, nervous, and asked if one of the employees whether I could see the CCTV footage the last night, lying that someone had rear-ended my car and I wanted to see if the culprit could be identified. The employee took me to the security room and gave me access to the footage and left me there as he attended to the customers. They were short-staffed. I would say you read, but...
Nope.
Do you want to tell...
Yeah.
That is why she's not reading, because we've tried that before. It did not.
Nope, it didn't end well.
It didn't end. You know, you don't do that bad. You actually don't. You don't give enough credit. You don't actually do horrible.
It's just the flow doesn't flow. You know.
I'm barely flowing here. Okay.
The flow better than I was flowing.
After a bit of scrolling, I found the footage around the time.
And
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm Amber, and this is Jess, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.